There was a man in my neighborhood everyone was terrified of growing up. He lived alone in a rundown house at the end of a dead-end street. The curtains were always shut, the yard was overgrown, and every night, people swore they saw strange lights flickering through his windows. Nobody knew much about him, which only made the rumors worse. Kids said he buried things in his backyard. Some claimed they heard screaming coming from his house at night. Others were convinced he was hiding from the police. Every Halloween, people dared each other to run up and touch his mailbox. Most never made it past the sidewalk. The weirdest thing was that every single day he walked around the neighborhood carrying an old notebook. He'd stop in front of houses, write something down, and keep moving. If anyone caught him looking, he'd quickly close the notebook and walk away. People started believing he was keeping records on everyone. Then one year, a massive storm hit our town. Trees crashed through roofs, streets flooded, and the power went out for days. The next morning, while everyone was trying to figure out what to do, the strange man showed up. He was knocking on doors before sunrise. He brought generators to some houses, food to others, and somehow knew exactly which elderly residents needed medication. He spent 3 straight days helping people without stopping. Eventually, someone asked about the notebook. The entire neighborhood gathered around as he opened it. Inside were years of notes. Which residents lived alone, which families had newborn babies, which neighbors needed wheelchairs, oxygen tanks, or daily medication. Which houses belonged to elderly couples who might need help during an emergency. For years, he had been quietly preparing for a disaster nobody else was thinking about. Then someone finally asked why. The man looked down at the notebook and got quiet. He said, 20 years ago, my wife and daughter died during a storm. We were trapped for hours. Nobody knew we needed help. The street went completely silent. He continued, I promised myself that if something like that ever happened again, nobody in this neighborhood would be forgotten. In that moment, every rumor disappeared. The man everyone thought was creepy, dangerous, and strange had spent decades making sure complete strangers would be safe. We were scared of him for years. Meanwhile, he had been looking out for us the entire time.